welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today we are going to be making our very own Easter cards using our Cricut Joy. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go over the supplies that I'm using today. I am using the Cricut Joy, as I have said. You could definitely use your Cricut Joy along with your phone or your iPad, just as you can with your bigger machines. But today I'm going to be using my desktop, so I'm going to screen share in just a bit. But we are going to be using these insert cards right here. So what's really cool is it comes with the envelopes. It comes with your little cards like this that we're going to cut on. And then it comes with these really cool holographic inserts that we're going to use today. So we're also going to be needing our Cricut Joy card mat for this as well. So the Cricut Joy card mat is different from just a regular mat. As you can see, it's got this little piece right here. And what this is designed for is so you can slide your card right in between here so then it can cut. So your coating is actually on this piece right here, that protective film. So then you'll be able to smooth it out. We're going to cut it like this. So it allows you to cut on those already pre-folded cards, which makes it so easy and so nice. So that's really what the Cricut Joy was designed for, was creating cards and labels and things like that. So we're going to be using these supplies right here. So let's go ahead and head on over to Cricut Design Space so I can show you how we're going to cut it out. All right, so now that we are over here in Cricut Design Space, this is the file that I'm using today. We have lots of these files here for creating all sorts of different cards using your Cricut Joy. So this is just one of them. This file I have linked down below for you guys. And if you're a Plus member, it's only 1+ credit. So we're going to be using this file here. And what's really cool about this one is when I upload it and bring it in, it's already sized out for me. So this is already designed out in size for a Cricut Joy. So I don't even have to fuss with anything. So all I simply need to do is up here at the top right is I need to make sure that I have chose my Cricut Joy before I go any further. So I've done so by just clicking right here. And as you can see, it says Joy. So now what we're going to simply do is click on Make It. I've already got my Joy machine plugged in and ready to go. So I'm going to tell it that we're going to use the card mat. So we're going to use this one right here and we're going to hit Continue. All right, so as you can see, it's right there on our card mat. Nothing else we need to do. We don't need a mirror. We don't need to change anything. So we're going to go ahead and hit Continue. All right, so now let's choose our materials. So we're going to go ahead and click on Browse All Material. And I'm going to just start to type out card. And we're going to hit Enter. So let's see what options we have here. So we should have insert card. So you see where it says insert card, cardstock. This is the one we want to use, and then we're going to hit done. So now we're ready to go. So you can see it's telling it to load it into the Cricut mat. So I'm going to go ahead and drop our camera so we can get ready to load our mat. All right, so you guys can see that little blinking there. We're ready to go. So what we want to do is peel this off just like we normally would our, Cricut mats. Okay, so we're going to peel this off. And so my biggest thing I need to figure out with these little insert cards here, it comes with several colors here. So I'm trying to decide which color I want to use along with that holographic. So we've got a little purple here, a blue. I was kind of thinking this purple with the holographic, something like this, or even the blue. I really think I'm gonna go towards that blue. Okay. So what we're going to do here is you're going to open up your card just like so, and you're going to come in from the left side. So if you go right underneath these two layers, we're going to scoot it all the way to the top, just like so. And now what you're going to do is you're going to smooth this down on your card mat, and now we're ready to load. So with the Cricut Joy, you don't have a load and unload. You're just simply going to pop it up there, and it's going to bring it in. So now we are ready to go. So now over here in Cricut Design Space, I know you guys can't see it, but I just simply hit the Go button. If you were using your iPad or your phone, it would be the same thing. You're just going to hit the Go button, and it will send it straight over to the Cricut Joy. Now this design here has several little cuts, as you guys could see, but with the Cricut Joy, it does cut it pretty quickly. And I will say, whenever it comes to intricate cuts with cardstock, I absolutely love the Cricut Joy for it. I really think it cuts best for all of your small. So if you're cutting adhesive vinyl, I really think that the Cricut Joy does an amazing job for small cuts. And once again, for cardstock, it really was designed for that. And I think that's where it's got this little bit of a slow, as you can see here, movement, and it just cuts it so flawlessly. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom through this really quickly so we can create our card. All right, so as you can see, we are done. So to unload this, all I simply have to do is go back to my Cricut Design Space and hit unload. Same thing once again if you were on your phone or if you were on your iPad or anything like that. So for this, what I'm going to do, now this is not, I'm going to show you something a little bit different. So what we're going to do here is I am going to peel this right up here. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just popping out all of these little bitty pieces right here, just like so. So I'm just kind of popping these guys out. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and move that out of our way. All right, so let's finish this card. Now, normally, the way that you're probably familiar with the Cricut Joy cards, if you will, the way that they work is this little insert. So once you cut through here, this little insert will actually insert like 4 little corners. But the way that we're going to actually do it today with this design is I'm going to glue this down. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun. You could use some Tombow glue, you know, some Elmer's glue, if you will, just to go all the way around to adhere this to this piece right here. And then what I want to do is I'm going to use some 3D foam dots here, squares, circles, whatever you want to call them, to bring this up off of this a little bit to create a 3D card. So I think it's going to be super duper cute. Now, I'm actually using the 3D adhesive squares from the Dollar Tree. So you guys can purchase these in the circles or the squares for $1. I definitely think this is a really good deal from the Dollar Tree compared to Michael's, Joann's, or Hobby Lobby. You're definitely going to get these super duper cheap, and you get like 528 of these guys. Now, if you guys purchase the circle ones, you're only going to get like 264, but you guys are going to get way more bang for your buck if you purchase the squares. So let's go ahead and get ready here. I think my glue gun is about ready. I'm using a hot glue gun today. And I'm trying to feed in. I got these really long glue sticks here. I'll link them down below for you guys. I actually have some too that's called Rope, and I get questions about those all the time too, because I really like them because they last a lot longer than just one stick. So I'm actually going to try to feed this through here too, so you guys may see that. It may seem a little bit silly, but I think my hot glue gun is about ready. So the very first piece that I need to do is get ready for this insert. So if you actually insert it here, okay, so we get ready for that. I'm going to actually be able to come in here on this piece right here, and I should be able to run a nice thin strip all the way around to hold this down. So I'm going to do it right here on top of this piece. Sorry, I'm trying to put that wherever. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay this little guy down just like so. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of any sort of strings there so you guys can see how cool that already looks with that holographic. And then I think I may have potentially glued myself down, so I'm going to go and pop those open. Okay, so you guys should have something about like this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back open, and now I'm going to run, push this guy in really quickly. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to run a bead of this on the side here to hold down this part of the insert. So now you guys can see that there. I'm just kind of rubbing it like so. So I'm just using my glue gun for this. Once again, you could definitely just use some easy peasy Tombow adhesive. All right, because it's one of my absolute favorites. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use those squares to kind of pop this up off of here to give it that more 3D effect, like so. So what we're going to do here is flip it over on the back side, and I'm going to get one of these squares on all four corners. That's where I'm going to kind of start here. I'm going to get all four corners to get these to pop up. Now I have these two little eggs here that these can perfectly pop inside of to help kind of pop that up. And then I think I may even get two more like this. And then I'm going to get one in the middle here. So basically it's just getting, you know, enough to where you can pop it up and have that look. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, if I wanted to, you can actually trim these down to size. So say, for example, I could take my scissors here, and while it's still on here, I could go ahead and cut through a couple of these just to make them even smaller. So that way, if I wanted to, you know, make sure these were gonna be popping up, I could add one, for example, right here onto that P. So it just kind of helps. So now what I can do is pull these off. You could take something like this little pin weeding tool. It just makes it so much easier to come in here and pop all of these little guys off like so. I'm going to run through here really quick. So I'm going to speed through this and grab all of these off. All right, so now that we have all of our little foam squares like this, now we're ready to line this up. So I'm just going to kind of hover above this and try to, hover above. I'm going to try to hover above. It gets on there, just kind of pop this little guy back up because we want this to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get our little guy just like that and then push everything down. So see how that gives us like this little 3D card? So it just kind of pops everything off just like so. But how adorable is this with that holographic? It is so cute. I love the way that this came out. And like I said, it just gives it that little bit of a 3D pop to it, just like so. So if you guys are wanting to spruce up those Cricut Joy cards and you want to do something different today, try this out and tell me what you guys think. Now, what's really cool too about these inserts is they come with the card, the envelope, if you will. So you could actually take a font, download it, and then you can take it into side Cricut Design Space. You can write out to the Thomases, or you could put their address and stuff like that and put yours and then send it to somebody. Or you could put to Carly, to Brittany, or whatever you wanted to do. So you would insert it in here or even on your regular mat and then use your Cricut Joy pen to write all of that information out. So that's what's really exciting with these as well. The Cricut Joy just makes it so easy. And like I said, I really love this design. I think it came out so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.